Okay, we're going to do a quick update on the Tracer 900 GT from Yamaha. Just to let you know a few bits and pieces I've done to it. I've got it all rigged up, ready for a touring. I'm off on a little trip next week, so I just thought I'd show it all togged up, ready to go. And just a few updates. So, quickly getting on, the first thing you can probably see straight away is the screen. It's a Madstad screen, and actually on this bike, if I come back a bit, it actually doesn't look that offensive. For such a big screen, it can almost sort of take it, and yeah, I can live with that. It's 100% better than the standard screen, which was useless, and it just does the job. It's perfect. So yeah, big thumbs up for the Madstad. Other things I've done are the tyres. Changed the tyres out now. Got the Michelin Road Pilot 5s on. Got rid of the Dunlops, and the handling is much better. It just seems a bit more agile, lighter, agile. Yeah, sweet as, just rolls into the corners better, if that makes any sense. But the Dunlops are done 5,000 miles, so not too bad for the original tyres, because I think they do skimp on tyres a little bit on these bikes to help keep the price down. So yep, Michelin tyres, superb. Yeah, I've got the panniers on there each side, and I've got the matching top box. That's a 50 litre Yamaha's top box. I got that one off eBay. That was 90 quid delivered, which is very good. It actually has these bits which they colour match the rest of the bike. That was good. All I had to do was to get that key barrel done, so it's the same key for the panniers and the obviously to start the bike and everything. So that's all I had to do, and Yamaha did that for nothing. So that was good. Got the tail tidy on there, R&G tail tidy. And that fits in there nicely. And I think, although it's a slightly smaller number plate, I think it is in proportion with the bike. If we come back a bit, yeah, you can see it's not too bad. I don't think the police would pull you over for that, if I'm honest. Well, I hope they won't anyway. What else have we done to? Oh yeah, the major thing I've done to this bike is I've lowered it. I've put on Yamaha's lowering links, and that lowered the bike 15mm, and that's perfect for me. I've got the seat in the low position, and I dropped the link. The links were 15mm lower, so that's good. And if you're thinking about doing that yourself, I can give you a little tip. One of the bolts you need to get at is through that hole there. Can you see that? Yeah, there's like a nut in there. I can't remember what size. A 14mm was it? So you can get that one easy. But that one there is an absolute sod to get at. I ended up just dropping the exhaust, and that's what I would recommend you do. Don't faff about, because those nuts are made out of cheese. You will chew them up in no time at all. I would just do not even think about mucking about. Just drop the exhaust, and then it's 10 times easier, and you'll have the job done in half the time. Well, not even, less than half the time than if you try and muck about with spanners and ring spanners and funny shaped spanners, and you'll just chew the nuts up because they're tight. Yeah, as you know, we've still got the vibration issues. Even though I fitted these pegs off the FJR 1200, you still get the vibration. But my wife says, with these ones, that she doesn't get any vibration. Weird. Really strange. But yep, you definitely get the vibration on this baby. It's not a deal breaker. I can live with it. I can live with it, but I wish it didn't do it. Now the other thing I want to tell you about this bike are the panniers and the top box. You're only supposed to put 5 kilos 5 kilos in a side bag, 5 kilos in the top box, 5 kilos in this one, so that's 15 kilos of luggage, and that doesn't include that thing, which is obviously just bits and bobs, and that as well. So time you've 15 kilo plus the weight of yourself, the weight of your passenger, plus you're wearing all your gear, your helmet and all your kit, you can very easily get over the gross maximum weight of this bike, because it's not that heavy. It's about 170 something kilos. That's right, 170. So you can soon exceed, not 170, 370. You can soon exceed the maximum weight. So something to bear in mind. Obviously, if you're on your own, it won't matter, because these panniers are quite good. Although you can't get a full face helmet in them, you can get plenty of stuff in them. They're easy to open. Just key in, give it a turn, flick it up, and out she goes. Yeah. Where are we at? Do not exceed maximum load each side kit, 10 kilograms. So you can put, oh that's good, you can put 10 in each side. There we go, learn something there. You can put 10 in each side. So that's 20 kilos. But on the top case, I haven't got my glasses on. Do not see the maximum load of, that's 5 kilos. So you can have 25 kilos of weight. So it would be easy to go over the maximum weight allowed for this bike. The other things to mention are these mirrors. They still keep coming slack. I'm not quite sure how you're supposed to tighten them up. There's a little 10mm nut in there, but you can't get a socket on it because there's not enough gap in there to get the socket in. So that's a bit of a nuisance. What else? Oh, you'll see I've got I've got the Garmin sat-nav up there. That was a bonus from the Madstad. I've made a bracket and fitted it myself to the Madstad bracket, and that's got my sat-nav up there in the perfect position, much better than if it's on the handlebar. No good there because you have to really look down to it. That's just perfect. Perfect. Tighten that up. Switch that off. Save the battery. That's wired straight into the battery. Well, there is a fuse, obviously. The only other thing of note worth talking about really is it can take ages to fill this fuel tank up, to get it absolutely chocker. It's such a funny shape. I don't know what it is. You can just be there for ages filling it up. You think you get it full, you let the bubbles die down, you get a bit more in, then a bit more, and a bit more, and a bit more, and a bit more. It goes on and on and on and on and on. I think it's coming out the bottom. But yeah, it takes ages to fill the tank. But yeah, not a problem. I've nipped the chain up once, just tighten the chain up a little tiny bit, take a little bit of slack out of it. I haven't touched the front suspension. It's fully adjustable, but if you don't know what you're doing, how can you do it? Which I think, I think that's something they should pick up at the dealership. What's the point of selling a bike that's got fully adjustable suspension and then you don't know what to do with it really? They should do it for you. When you pick your bike up, they should set it up for you if you want. And the rear, that's the rear preload. That's really handy, dead easy to do. Yep, I think a little bit of wear on there, of course, we all do that. And yeah, I'm going to take it to Scotland and give it a good blast up there, come back, we'll drop the oil and filter. I'll take it to a Yamaha dealership to do that. And because I want to talk about the vibration issues, I want to take out their demonstrator GT model to see if theirs vibrates the same. And if it does vibrate the same, then obviously they all do it. If it doesn't vibrate, then I want to know why mine does and that one doesn't, i.e. I want it fixed. Got a little scuff on the seat, I can't get rid of that. Oh, I forgot about this. This is the carrier. I bought that off the Yamaha dealer, that was about 90 quid. That's not cheap. But with all these things, you can always sell them on eBay afterwards if you change bike. They always sell quite easily. I mean, the Madstad screen was quite expensive, but people want them because they just work. They work well. I've put these stickers on just to help try and break it up a little bit. But there's a bit of a close-up of the bracket I made, and I put it right down there and attached it to that. So I can just clip the whole Zumo off if I want to. I can even take that top bracket off. Just clips off, 2 seconds. But yeah, it's a good bike. For the value for money, there's nothing to touch it. Nothing to touch it. 10.5 grand. You can buy a really good second-hand one, ex-demonstrator, for quite a bit less than that. I take the hand off. Take the hands off. I would prefer to have the 90-degree valves on the wheels. I'm not sure if that's something you can do as a retrofit, or whether it's just part of the tyre. I honestly have no idea. But they are a bit finicky for checking your tyre pressures. If they had the angled ones on, they're far better. Yeah. The other only minor thing I think you have to be careful of on this bike is the side stand. The bike leans over a long way on the side stand, so it's something to bear in mind when you're leaning over. Just be very careful, because it's a lot of weight when when you're fully tooled up. A lot of weight on board on that side stand, so it's something to be careful of. And the quick shifter, the jury is still out on the quick shifter. In fact, I've actually got a little bit of footage of it missing gear, which it does quite often. Here's your quick shifter, this thing. It often misses the gear, and it's nearly always 5th into 6th. It just goes into neutral, and then it usually clunks back into 5th. Very strange. It's done it loads of times now, and I've actually caught it on the GoPro. So I'm going to try and edit that into this at the end, if I can. But I'm not very good with computers, so we'll see if I can do it or not. Yeah, I've got this little puck thing for the side stand. That's very handy. Yeah. Well, I don't think there's much else to say really about the bike. It's a great bike, worth every penny. Worth every penny, and of course you got the cruise control. That's the main reason I bought this bike. That cruise control. Okay, see you on the next one. Okay, we're going to go from 5th to 6th. Let's see if we can hear this whine. See how you do it again, quick shifter. You did it again there. Perfect example. Perfect example.